Okay, so anyone who owns a rodent knows that there are a lot of rodent beds now available. They're meant to keep them warm and everything. Well, I brought one for my chinchillas, and overnight they chewed it all. After watching a lot of videos about guinea pigs, as I've just got a new guinea pig, I noticed they have a lot of fabric things and they don't seem to chew them as much as like my chinchillas would. So I went to find out the bed to give to the guinea pig, but I can't find it anywhere. So instead of paying about 15-20 quid for a bed, I was going to make one myself. This is the fabric I've got. They're all cut into something called a fat quarter, which is about 50 centimetres by 50 centimetres. So we've got a patterned one, polka dot, plain, and a darker one. Now before I make this, yesterday I made a mini version, so I know how to put it together and everything. This is the mini version. Now the outside was actually a bit too long, that is why it looks a little bit odd. But yeah, it has a removable cushion, the bottom, and then the padded side. Now luckily I had like an old pillow, so I could cut that up and use the stuffing inside that. Okay, so the heat thing that I bought, I will do a link at the bottom or just write down what it is. I think it's a heat pad snuggle disc or something, but it's good for like winter nights and everything. Now it's about 9 inches in diameter, and this plate is 10 inches, which is good because once you sew it all, it does get slightly smaller, so that's what you want to do. But before we do that one, I'm going to get a slightly bigger one. So I'm using the top of a wok. So we're going to remember to turn it so the main fabric you want to show off is that way, and then you turn it so the side that's going to be inside the pillow, you're going to draw on that. So I'm going to draw around this with a pencil. Now the reason I'm drawing around this is because this area is how I'm going to cut it a bit smaller and line it up with the other piece of material. It's always good to have a bit of room around the edge. Right, so now you've got to line it up so it's pretty much equal. And let's see, draw around the plate. It may be slightly off, but it doesn't matter too much, just as long as you've got some room around the edge. Piece of material you're going to use for the other side of the pillow, you can put this to the side for now. This lovely purple colour. Now all you really have to do, you don't even have to do the inside circle, you just get the wok. Now I'm going to try to do it more in the corner because if I need any more fabric, at least I've got all the rest. Now this is the darker side, I was just quickly on about and you couldn't really see. So I've got a white pencil, should have done this in the first place. I'm going to draw around, yeah, see this is much more visible now. Because you don't want to be guessing where it's going to be, so. Okay, once you've cut them out, you may notice with my ones, it's not particularly straight. I've never been good at cutting fabric, especially with normal kitchen scissors rather than, I know you can get proper fabric scissors. But that doesn't matter because what we're sewing around is the inner circle. So remember, you only had to cut out the outer circle. Now the next thing to do is put the two pieces together. Now the sides that you drew on, like this side and this side, you want to put outwards. Now this is because when you sew it all up, you'll have to turn it inside out, and so what's really going to be shown is this and this. Okay, I finally hand stitched all of this, so I'm just going to take out all the pins. It took me ages to do. Another thing I do is I do a few extra stitches right at the end, just so they're a bit more, like a bit stronger, because this bit can rip out stitches if you're not careful. So the part I said to leave, what you're going to do is turn your whole cushion inside out. So now we have our little cushion. And I'm going to get some stuff in, and I'm going to stuff it and then sew up this. Now you can decide how much stuffing you want to put in, if you want it to be really firm or not as firm. So yeah, and there's a whole range of different things you can stuff this with. So I did measure around it, and it was about 82 centimetres, and my material is only 50 centimetres. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the whole of this and basically use this half for one side. Where's it gone? For about one side, and the other half for another. And it'll be about that high, but obviously it'll be smaller because it'll be stitched. The lining will be this colour.